Shoulders forward, backwards. Elbows. Arms forward. Backwards. One forward, one back. Switch. Yourself some slaps. See what we got here. We're not done yet, we're still going. They'll warm up. Hands on your hips, just circling. You do small circles, you do big circles. Swinging your leg, so right leg, nice and loose, relax. We're just warming up, so you don't have to go super high. Change legs. Yeah, we don't have to go too high with these because we're just warming up. If you need to, you can use that. Right leg up to the side. This one's a bit harder, we're going to come bring our leg in front of us. Other leg. Ankles, so rotating, circular. Look. Okay, take our hand, put it on the wall. Just stretch out along here. Palm down, fingers down. And then you just turn out your body. You can't hear me with the music. Copy. Other hand. Okay. Turn out. Okay. Shoulders. You've got something, couch or something. You know how to get down. Do it that way. The arms. So they're going to be shoulder width. Thumbs up. We're going to put our arms on our couch and we drop our, relax our chest forward. So from here. I like that one. These are my shoulders. We've got our wrists. We're going to come down, keep your arms straight. And we're going to come forward. Let's grab a drink. Just grab a quick drink. Yeah, I like that shoulder one. Do a couple more stretches because we started early. Give people a chance to join. We stretch our wrists off a bit more. So if you're here, drop me a message. Let me put this down myself. Yeah, drop me a message and let me know how the lighting is. It should be a lot better now for when I'm further away as well. And if the mic's not loud enough, let me know as well before we start. So I'm going to carry on a little bit longer, just warming up a little bit longer. Let me just check something quickly. seems okay. I should be able to see that. Okay. Great, thank you. Well, we just finished warming up, and I was just warming up, and we just finished that quickly because I was enjoying it. So when carrying on our wrist, just come down. If you can't hear, just copy me. And you lean forward, so fingers straight and just lean forward. Now backwards. Wrist. Come, our waves. Bring one hand back. Always down. On the side. And then down, up, and there. Just down in front of us. All right. Okay, great. Welcome back to our second live stream. So today I'll show you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you a little plan for the day so you can have a look at it and you're ready again and you know what to expect. So before that, actually, sorry, happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Hope you made your mum a cup of tea this morning. Okay, so just so you guys know how to get onto it, once you go on the website, if you just click on live training session, and then on this page I'm always going to have this button here, how it works, this one here, and you just click on that. It's going to open up another page and you can review our community guidelines and everything here. If you're joining us today, make sure you do go back and review this because we went over this in the first session. So make sure if this is your first session you're doing, starting from the second one, you have gone over the guidelines. You can have a look what we did in the first session, and as this second session is going to be carrying on from that first session, make sure that you do go back and do that first session to make sure you already know the basics, especially if it's your first time, because I explained why we're doing it and everything in that first session, and as time goes on, I won't be explaining it again, because we're moving on. I'm going to be adding to and building upon what we're working on, so we'll be drilling it more and explaining it less. So you do need to know why we're doing it and the explanation, so go back and check that out if this is your first time joining the stream. And if you did do the session, you can go back and review it here, so you can have a look what you've done in case you don't remember anything. And also the second session or the next session coming, I'm going to update it and put them sessions on here so you can see what we're going to do. So this second session, we're going to do our first meditation, and we're going to start off with a real basic standing meditation using the breathing that we did in the first session to help us relax our bodies off and focus for our session ahead. Then we're going to do a quick recap. We'll just train what we did last session. Quickly we'll go through it, make sure you remember everything that we did, and then we will go into our new techniques that we're learning today, which I'm going to show you as we're going along and we'll practice again. And then we're going to finish off with some exercise again that everyone seemed to enjoy. I might make them bits longer if people are really enjoying them. Comment if you want the exercise section longer. I'm guessing that we're going to be done a bit quicker today. We did an hour and 20 minutes yesterday, and I was aiming for a 45-minute session, but it doesn't really matter. But I think things took a bit longer because it was the first time doing it. So that's it. You can check the stuff out. I'll put a link in the description of the video after as well, and I have in the previous one to get onto these things, or you can just jump on the website if you want to get onto this. So we're going to start off with a meditation, and do let me know as well, actually, was the music okay? So was it coming through too loud for you guys, or was it alright? Because I might put something on while we're meditating. So yeah, do let me know if the music was too loud. Just drop it in the chat. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, perfect. Don't know if you can hear that, but there's Charlotte loves burpees. Perfect, great. And also I want to say thank you to Darren for lending me a light. So actually that's made such a big difference. So thank you, appreciate that. And we're adding some extra burpees at the end for Charlotte. And I was just going to say, if you can hear that, there's a noise coming through the window with the wind. Okay, I'm going to put it down a bit if it's too loud, the music. Let's see what this sounds like we're going to use for our meditation. So these are holosync beats, and basically the waves are meant to help you actually calm down. But I really enjoy using them when I'm doing my meditation, and I do find obviously music affects your mood, so finding the right music, I'll bring it a bit lower, does add to the mood, and for meditation it really does, I think, help a lot. So we're going to take the breathing we did yesterday. So we're going to aim to breathe as deeply as possible, all the way using our whole diaphragm deep down into our stomach, and we don't want to end up just breathing in the top half of our body. Remember to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. When we're doing this standing meditation, the standing meditations are really useful in martial arts and important because we learn to be standing and release as much tension, unnecessary tension, from our body as possible. So in martial arts there's a lot of different standing meditations, and our first form is actually one of them. But today we're just going to cover a basic standing meditation. When we're doing this, we're going to stand shoulder width apart, square on. I'll just explain it first. We want to focus on our posture as always, maintaining our posture. So pull your head, imagine string at the top of your head, you pull it to the sky. Make sure your head's not forward or leaning back. We just want to stand straight, but if you pull your head up, your chin will naturally tuck in. You want your head level, eyes level, shoulders relaxed, everything relaxed down. We want our hips tucked underneath us, so we try and straighten our spine without leaning our body. And that means we don't want to be our glutes out, we don't want to be pushing forward either. We want to pull our head up. We want to pull our head to the sky, bend our knees, drop our hips straight underneath us, and think about maintaining a straight spine, a straight line all the way through your body. It even helps to think of your spine going all the way through to the ground. So like your spine's connected to the floor, going all the way through. It's just a helpful little visualization. Toes are going to be pointed straight, knees slightly bent, standing roughly shoulder width apart. To get into the position, we're going to jump. So let's do it. And again, focus on your breathing. Nice deep breaths, as deep as you can. We're actually going to close our eyes as well. So from this position, take a little hop. And you should roughly be around shoulder width. Now open your feet a little bit wider, so your feet aren't underneath your hips, but they're slightly wider and they're actually underneath your shoulders. Toes straight, so make sure they're not pointing out or in for this. We just want our toes like we're on train tracks, straight ahead. Pull your head to the sky to pull your posture up, but keep your knees bent so you're grounded. Our arms, we're going to bring to our sides. We're going to imagine we have a ball here. So like they're floating, but we don't want our shoulders to come up, we still want them dropped. So from this position, try and focus just on your breathing, relaxing your body off, sinking it to the ground, while maintaining your posture. So don't drop down, but maintain your posture while you're relaxing your body off. So let's close our eyes and just focus on our breathing for a minute or two, and then we'll begin our training. Okay, from there, just slowly open your eyes. Excellent. Relaxing. By the way, for my students that normally train with me, you're kind of used to getting straight into it. And it does take a little bit of time to get used to, especially if that's your first time. It can actually be quite difficult standing still, relaxing, and just focusing on your breathing can actually be really difficult if it's your first time doing it. So well done if it's your first time. And I promise you that you will start to enjoy it at the beginning. If it's your first time doing it, sometimes it can be quite difficult. You're thinking about other things, or you feel agitated, you want to move. But the more you can relax into it, the more you can just focus on yourself inwards and breathe, then after a while you start to enjoy it. It's really relaxing and peaceful. And I could feel my body just relaxing off, tension around my spine relaxing off as well. And yeah, so well done if it's your first time, and well done if it isn't your first time as well. Well done both. So let's move on to what we covered the other day, and we're going to go through our open and closing stance and some of the basics we covered. We're going to do it like a little session, and then we're adding our new techniques that I'm looking forward to teaching you guys today, and then we'll do some burpees for Charlotte at the end. So make sure, as always, you're prepped before, you've got space, no one's too close to you, and you're training safely. And you've got a drink ready before you start. Let's have a little drink. So first things first, opening our stance. Feet together, hands by your side, head to sky, good posture. We're going to bring our arms forward, pull back, bend our knees, toes out, heels out. And when we close, heels, toes, push down. And then relax, but maintain posture. One more time, hands come forward, you pull back, you bend your knees, toes out, heels out. When you close, heels, toes, and pushing down. Now we're going to do it to open and close, standing in our basic square on stance. Let's give it a go. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Final time. Remember, we're trying to maintain our posture and maintain our balance. So once we open up, we're not leaning our weight on any particular leg. We're not leaning forward. We're not leaning backwards. But we're maintaining our center of gravity straight down and good posture. Final time, just open up. Open. And now we're going to bring our hands forward, make our triangle, our strong structure or shape for our basic guard. Lift up your right hand, because it's going to look different because you're facing me. This right hand's going to come back. Left hand forward, right hand back, center line, changing guard to the count. 1, 2, just as a warm-up set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wu Sao, fingertips, chin height. So make sure that you don't have it too low, but you've got your fingertips chin height. You need to protect this space with the rear hand. Let's go 50 to 60% power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now let's start putting some energy into it. So we're going to go 70 to 90%. I'm going to show you from the side. So keep your left arm forward. Right hand Wu Sao to the count. Let's give it a go. Let's add in some energy now, some power. Still control it though. 1, but add in your breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, always coming over. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Close to a fist, your center line punch. I'm going to come a bit closer, but stay in your stance. I think it's nicer if you can see a bit clearer. I'm going to do a sumo stance so I can get lower. So our center line punch, let's make sure you've got your left hand forward, close to a fist. Keep it nice and tight. Now the hand doesn't come so far back because we're not thinking about protecting our jaw anymore, but we're thinking about continuous strikes. So don't pull your hand further back than the crook of your arm. Any further is too long, it takes a longer distance to strike again. We want it really close in, so when you're striking your next strike and it becomes a chain, it's really immediate. Let's give it a go. 1 punch to the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, loose hands, 9, 10. We only tense on impact and then we relax again straight away. So boom, and then relax again. 2 punches to the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be able to see this triangle between my arms. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. 3 punches to the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 5 punches. Remember to maintain the quality. So don't start doing 5 and then go boom. No, everyone needs to have the same power. Let me just bring, I think, is the audio, let me know if it's still a bit loud. I'll bring it down slightly. Okay, let's do the 5 punches to the count. Back in my sumo stance. Left hand forward, 5 punches to the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Pull back. We're going to be adding a technique to that later. Vertical palms. Right hand forward, other hand back. Aiming for the heel of your palm. Remember, to the nose, to the jaw, elbow behind to knock it back. Or you can go to the solar plexus, but we're aiming all down the center line. So all these strikes are aiming for that center point. Start off by bringing your right hand forward, left hand back. Thumb, just tuck it in slightly, not across, because you can hit it. And we're going to focus on pulling this hand back to shoot the other hand out. Let's do it. 1. We'll say 70 to 80%. 2. Because we're warmed up now. Especially if you join me early for the warm up. 3. 4. 5. Come into the center. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Yes. Excellent. Should you even be able to hear a sound when you're doing it? I don't know if you can hear that on there. Just fun to try and do that. Okay, really good. Palms feeling good. We're going to also add some palms, some new techniques. Now we have the vertical palm as we're moving forward. So today we're also going to add 2 more palm techniques. But these are your fundamental self-defense move and a really important strike in Wing Chun. We're going to move on. Let me just check. So we had our arrow walk, which you'll be able to see better today because of the lighting. So we had our arrow walk stance, our second stance, and we did step and slide footwork. So we're going to finish with that. So we're going to open up our basic stance, our square on stance. We're going to step our left leg and left arm, locate it now, forward. Right arm and right leg will be back. Hands into the center. Toes on the diagonal. So your left foot should be pointing on the right diagonal slightly, and your right foot as well, so your hips are closed. So just try this quick. So you can cover this line. Make sure that your weight's dropped to the ground, so knees are bent. Don't be upright, but drop your weight. Toe lines up with your heel or slightly wider, but we don't want to go too wide because then we can't move forward and back quick. And we don't want to go too linear because we're not tightrope walking yet. That's later sessions, bit of tightrope walking. So from this position, check your toes lining up with your roughly your rear heel or slightly wider. Make sure, jump up a couple times, then you can see where your balance is, and you should be able to move quickly in this position. That means after, when you're moving, you should be able to move quick. You shouldn't be leaning your body, always trying to maintain our posture and balance. So let's begin with our step and slide footwork, forward, back, left, and right. So it's going to look like this: step, slide. Step, slide, step, slide, step, slide. Let's give it a go. I might even turn around so you can follow along. So with my left arm and legs forward, we're going to go forward, back, left, right. Forward, back, left, right. Keep your left arm and leg forward. Make sure you have enough space. You only need to take small steps. These are small steps so you can move quicker. If you take two big steps, it just takes longer. So you want, even if it's step and slide footwork, you want small steps. So keep it compact. And because we're taking small steps and not much space, make sure you are clear of the space around you. I want you to close your eyes. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to focus on feeling where your balance is and doing the step. Keep your steps small. So let's give it a go. Close your eyes. Forward. Back. Left. Right. Forward. Back. Left step, slide. Right step, slide. So make sure you're doing the step and slide footwork and not the launch step, which we will be doing later. Let's open your eyes, change arms and legs. And when we change, bring your foot in, you're going to bring your other hand and arm out together. So now we've got right arm, right leg forward. And we're still going to step and then slide our other leg in. You can leave your eyes open, or if you're in a safe space, you can close your eyes. I'll leave it up to you. Forward, back, right, left, forward, back, right, left, forward, back, right, left, forward, back, right, left. Last time, forward, everyone eyes closed now, back, left, right. Put your arms back and legs, left foot to right. Push down, always close properly, and relax. Good work. Grab a drink, get yourself a drink. We're going to go into the second part of our session and start training our new techniques, adding them in. So yeah, quickly grab a drink. We're adding in a new centerline punch technique, 2 different other palms, our basic stump kick today, and our launch step. So, just looking, and I'll just describe quickly here. Our centerline punch, which rotates in an actual slight circular motion, there's a reason why it does this. So once we start punching more than once, it becomes a chain of strikes, a chain punch. And there's a reason why we actually circle our hand down after. When we're doing the chain punch, we circle down. This rear hand, or the front hand becoming the rear hand, circles. So once we do this circling motion, you still want to drive forward, but we have a slight circle at the end coming down. It's like a train track. Once you do this circling motion, it allows you to be continuous with your striking. The circle allows this, but also, if you come up against something, the circling takes it down, so the other hand can shoot through. So say someone's guard was up, it's hard to do it by myself, but this punch, if it met it, would then circle down to allow the other punch to come through. So if you came up against someone's guard, boom, you circle down to shoot the other one through. It's only a small motion, so you don't need to start creating these like you're running. It's really small, it's minimal. We elbow down, circles and shoots through if you come up against something with your punch. So that's why we have that there. Well, there are 2 reasons we have that there: to be continuous in our motion and also to clear a pathway for our next strike. Now the new technique we're actually going to add in today is adding in a low punch. It's also known as piston punching, to our chain punch. So it looked like this. Say we're doing our normal chain punch, we're coming with a low one. We're coming with a low one. You don't have to stop the motion. We're going to practice it. We're going to isolate it first, because when you're practicing a technique, and to get good at it, you need to isolate. And that means do it by itself. Then once you understand it, you can integrate it and bring it back in. So we're going to practice it on its own first, but after you'll be able to, when you're chain punching, you'll be able to add it in your chain punch and then still be able to continue, so you won't have to break the motion. I'll just show you from the side. I'm doing all kinds of different stances today to get these camera shots. So look, chain punching. So you add it in after, so it's going to look like this when we're doing it. Now, what this is for is changing from high to low. So if you're coming up towards someone and they block it, you just change low. So we can go high, they block, boom, you can just change low. So you're changing between high and low after your punch. But we're going to aim roughly solar plexus level, so where your chest cavity is. We're aiming for that area. So don't have to go super low with it. But the important thing is you stay relaxed enough that if you do it, you can come back up. So you can cover, so you're always ready to cover and keep moving. Now, when we practice it, we're gonna do it from a position where we bring our arms forward. It's a bit like a wooden dummy, where the arms are coming out. If anyone's seen that, I might put a link to the wooden dummy after so you can see. But it's a bit like that. And we're gonna go high-low. So the count will be like this. 1, 2. And we can also reverse it. 1, low, high, 2. We'll do both. But both punches always punching to that center in our triangular position with our arms, because it's a strong structure, but arms forward, not back coming into us, because it can come back. So let's give it a go. I'm going to stay closer in so you can see it clearer, but just open up your stance. So from here, open up your stance. There's my Wing Chun one. I'm not low enough, so I'm going to squat down. And we're going to go left hand up to the chin level, elbow dropped. Right hand solar plexus level. And we're going to go high, low first. Let's do a warm-up set. 1, 2, 3, 4, punching straight. 5. If you're looking in the camera, don't punch like this. You need to stand straight and punch into your center line. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go low, high. Still a warm-up set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hope you can appreciate I'm doing all this in a sumo squat. Let's go back to low high now. But now let's add in some power, so it'll be like this. 1. So it's quick. Nice and relaxed though. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's change. Low, high. Low, high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change your arms over. Change them around. Boom. Now we're going to, bring our right high, left low. And we're going to go high, low, couple warm up. 1, positioning. Use the warm up set to get positioning. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's add in power, okay? Speed. Look like this. 1. Let's do it. 1, 2. Breathing becomes more explosive. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Low, high, low, high. Do a couple warm up. Let's do a couple warm up. 1, positioning. 2, 3. Let's go power. 70, 90. Unless I say otherwise, the rest of the sessions 70, 90, unless it's a warm up set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Pull back. Close your stance. That's wide position. So this high-low, you can incorporate it at any point into your chain punching that we did the other day, your center line punch. So when you're doing your chain punch now, you can start trying to incorporate it in, bring it into your chain punch and combine it in. I'll show you one more time what it looks like when you combine it in to your chain punch. But think about it as you're going for the target. You'd only do the low one. If there's space there, that means there's no obstacle in the way. So if someone's unguarded here, that's when you go low. Or you're going to do the low one if you punch up towards higher, the jaw, and someone parries. Yes? Or someone parries. So you can even go high, high, low. So you can go high, high, low. This is another variation. But we're not going to do that today. We'll do that on work some other techniques. But let's do it today. I want to do it now. Let's do it. So we've got a low high, we understand that now. Let's learn the high high low. And then you can start playing at any point. And some of you might have done the cube with me, the cube drill, which is a drill that we incorporate back fists, different angles, you can palms, everything into our chain punching, covers, cutting hands, but continuing into our chain punch so that we can defend as well as striking with a variety of strikes, elbows from our chain punch, the cube. That's a very important drill that I actually created myself with influence from Laban's use of the cube in movement training, but using it into Wing Chun because the shape's important. So there's a video on that if you want to go check that out, but in later sessions I will be incorporating that in once we understand all these different aspects of our punching, and there's many more. So there's many nice details in Wing Chun that make it Wing Chun and the way we do it. But let's give it a go. Let's put our left hand forward and we're going to go high, high, low. High, high, low. Now when you're doing this, say it to yourself in your head. You don't need to call it out. I'll call it out for you, but say it in your head. High, high, low, high, high, low, high, high, low, and you'll get it quick. It helps to reaffirm things by saying it to yourself in your head. So let's put our left hand forward. I'm going to start by punching with our right hand. High, high, low. Let's give it a go. 1. Leave that hand there. Now we're going to start with this hand, our left hand. 2. 3. High, high, low. 4. High, high, low. 5. High, high, low. 6. Just get positioning. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, 1 set, speed. 1, 2, high, low. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, even when we're going quick, still maintain power. So don't just sacrifice all your power for speed, but still maintain your power. Well done. Pull back. Left foot to right. Push down. We're going to move on to the next technique. Grab a drink, please grab a drink. So our next technique is the horizontal palm. So we've done the vertical palm, which is fingers up to the targets that we stated earlier. So now we're going to do the horizontal palm. The horizontal palm is turning our fingers from vertical to the side. So it's going to look like this. Now our wrists are very important here to generate power in this strike. But this strike, this horizontal palm, is for when you're angled off, because we got our footwork, which when we train later, you're going to change your position to someone. So if they come in straight, you're going to angle off with different steps and different footworks. So you don't have to stay in the center line, target of someone, but you angle off to the side of them and you can still strike through. Now how this works, let's imagine this is a person, my bottle. Alright, how this works is once you've angled off on that person, you'd use your palm to the jaw, here, pum, to the jaw to knock the head this way. So this palm would come across to knock the head this way. So you're matching the jawline of the jaw. So this, if I'm trying to do it to myself, would be palming across this way to knock the head to the side. The other one comes straight, palm this way, the vertical palm. This one comes across. So this is for when you're in a position that you've angled off on someone, which means you've come off the center line, but you're still facing through them, which is super important that you're always facing your opponent. There's my bottle demonstration. We're going to practice it from a different guard. And as we're training, I'm going to introduce different guards and we're going to use them in our training drills. And that way you can pick up the different guards while we're training, while we're practicing the drills. So this guard we're going to do is a funnel guard. Now a funnel guard means, not to be confused with a tunnel guard. A tunnel guard means creating a tunnel. My elbow and my hand are straight. A funnel guard means creating a funnel. So you're creating a point coming in. So it's a funnel in. Wrist, you don't need to point out for this because we need that to help us develop our wrist power or our power in our strikes, which I will go over in another session when we can get some pads and do that. So we're going to take our center line guard, we're going to open it out. And when we open it out, we want to create triangle with the point now coming in towards us. It's like the opposite of this one that we've just done. Our center line guard creates a triangle coming forward, and we're switching that triangle. We're bringing our elbows in and we're creating a funnel. And from this position, we're going to go palm, palm, to the center. Palm, 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 palm. So let's give it a go. Open up your stance. Open up my sumo stance. There you go. Hands forward, elbows in, so drop them in. And we're going to go right hand, left hand, horizontal palm warm-up set. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's add in power. Feel relaxed, short motion, so you don't need to pull your hands back. This is very important with this guard, is that it covers in front of you. So you're not bringing your elbows back here, you're not bringing your hands in, it's forward, right in front. So elbows are staying in front, and then you can control the distance better with your hands there. If you start with your hands, bringing them in, so everything's a bit close to you. But with this guard, you can control distance a bit better. So elbows forward when you're doing this guard. Right hand still first. Let's add in some power, speed, explosive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, using the wrist. 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple more. Use that wrist to help you generate more power. All the power here is coming from the elbow, going forward, and the wrist. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Pull back. So that's a horizontal palm. We're going to do one more palm. Downwards, diagonal palm. Come straight down. Think about using the underside of your palm. And you're going to replace hands as you do it every time. Now this can be used for a variety of things. It can be used to trap people's hands, to bring their arms down low. We train these sort of motions in the form to clear basically anything in that space. So if someone's arm's there or something, you can clear it down to strike through. It can also be a strike. So if someone drops their head down to rugby tackle you or anything like this, you're striking towards the head to knock the head away, just like this palm. When you knock the head away, this one knocks the head away, so you're aiming to knock that head away from you, because if you knock someone's head away, it's very hard for them to continue what they're doing. Whether it's punching or trying to grab you, if you knock the head away, it's difficult. But if you just hit someone, there might be a snap to it, but it might not knock their head away, which actually can be more advantageous for you. If you need to escape a situation, it's better to knock someone's head back, and then once they're regaining their balance, you can have already got out of that situation, than if you just throw punches, which are also very good, but sometimes that might not take the person's balance off. So these are why palms are really good, because you can knock the actual head away from the body. So if someone's going to grab your legs and you knock the head this way, then it becomes really difficult to go against wherever your head's being placed. So wherever you push someone's head, it's difficult for me to go this way now. So this is what you're doing with these. It could be to knock someone's head away as well. If they go for a rugby tackle, later on we'll be adding in footwork as well, so you can step while you're doing it to take your legs away so they can't grab your legs. But for now, we're just practicing on the spot. So take your right hand, let's do a couple practice ones, and then we can add some power. Think about dropping your weight of your arm down, but practice one first. 1, 2, other hand comes back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Shoulders loose. 4, 5. Slight bend in the arm. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put some power in. Think about using gravity, dropping all your weight to the ground as you do it, but stay straight, don't lean. Keep your body straight though. Let's start with our right hand. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Pull back. And left foot to right. Well done, grab a drink if you need to grab a drink. We're going to move on to our first kick that we practice on the live stream. Our basic stomp kick with our our rear leg. So we're going to learn it on our rear leg first, and we're going to get balance and stability with it, and then we're going to put some power in. This is a great drill for anyone to train actually, because it improves their balance a lot. Your single leg balance, which is very important in Wing Chun. So this is a great drill for anyone to train, using our arrow walk stance. Let's see, time-wise, how we're going over time again. I'm gonna change these sessions. They're gonna be a bit longer. That's quality. It's always better to go over time. Okay. If you want to get better, you got to train more. Don't get better by not training more. So, I'll show you from the side first. Our center line stomp kick to the center. There's one very important point. From our arrow walk, say our feet are positioned, I know it's hard to see, but say our feet are positioned on the angle, we need to open up our hip to kick through. So you can't kick with your hip closed. So pretend this is the front leg. Yes, we need to open up our hip to stomp through. So when you do your arrow walk, you're going to have to pivot on the, actually we're going to pivot on the heel for this. We want to keep as much connection as we can on the ground. So we're going to keep as flat as we can and pivot, and then shoot our kick through as straight as possible. So I didn't cover actually, sorry. When we do our arrow walk and our basic stance, our feet are flat on the ground, so we have as maximum connection to the ground as possible. Because we're a close range R, if someone grabs onto us, we need a good connection. If we were further out and we wanted more mobility and be able to move quicker, then you'd be more on the balls of your feet, because you can move quicker this way. With your heels down, in general you can't move as quick, but you're going to have a better structure. If a force suddenly goes boom into you, if your heels are down, you're going to have a better structure to absorb it to the ground. But if you're on your balls of your feet and someone grabs you, it's very easy for them to move you around. So we keep our heels on the flat, so we can ground our weight to the ground. It's very important to remember that, so you know the difference. If you need to move quicker, you go on the balls of your feet. But if you want to stay grounded and you're close to someone and they make contact, they grab you, or you're defending something, you need a good connection to the ground. So this is very important in our arrow walk. This is why we don't have the ball of our foot up. Because this is quicker, but because we're close range up, we need our feet planted and down, so we can move around with our weight grounded if someone grabs us. From the balls of our feet like this, and someone grabs us, then you just get pulled around really easily. So this is why we're doing it. But if you do need to move quicker, you can go on the balls of your feet more. But when you're practicing your basic stance, practice grounded as much as possible. So if we open up our stance, our basic stance, let's put our left leg and arm forward into our arrow walk. Check your feet. Make sure you're grounded, bend your knees. Make sure you're comfortable with your position. And it's going to look like this. We're going to break it down into 4 motions. Knee comes up, stomp, back up, down. And when we stomp kick, it's not a flicking kick, it's not like this. This is a different kick. That's a snap kick, or many kicks like this with a snap. Our stomp kick actually goes knee up, and we're stomping down. So knee comes up and then down, so the angle is this. It's not this. That's more like a whipping strike, which when we're doing our stomp kicks, this is the difference between how you perform a stomp kick and many other kicks. It's the angle, because you're coming up and then down, stomping down. Use gravity to help you generate power. We want to keep our balance and posture when we're doing it. And we're going to break it down into them 4 motions first to get balance and stability. before anything. We need good control of the movement when we're practicing it, and then we can add in power after. So the count's going to be 1, knee up, 2, stomp down, 3, 4. One other important point, your foot position. We don't keep our foot straight when we do our stomp kick. The reason being, if my foot's straight and I kick onto something, or because we're aiming for the leg, if you kick onto that, it's very easy if your foot's straight just to come off. But by turning it sideways, you're creating more space for you to connect with. So you're going to create a bigger space by turning it outwards, so that when you do stomp onto someone's leg, there's less chance of it slipping off. So if you turn it, we turn our foot this way and we turn our foot this way, then you're covering more space and it's less likely that your foot's going to slide off. Because the stomp kicks towards, we don't do it in training because obviously you need to train safe, but it's towards the knee and down. So it's between, from your knee region and down. And when we train this kick, I'll show you how to train it safely together. But we're just training in the air for now, so we're not going to worry about that. But I will show you how to train this kick safely together. So, make sure your foot, if we're kicking with our right, is pointed out to the right. So my stamp kick, when I do it, my foot's turned out. Not this way, because it can just slip off. Turn it that way, bam, and then down. Basic guard. So open up your stance, left arm, left leg forward. We're going to start off with our right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's give it a go. 1, knee comes up. Bring it as high as you can, comfortably when maintaining your posture. So you're not leaning back like this, you're not leaning forward, but just maintain your posture. Knee, 2, turn the foot out, 3, back up, 4. One other thing I didn't say, knee comes straight up. So don't do this, it's not like this. Knee comes straight forward. It doesn't come out and then in. If anything, it comes more in to cover this center line, but don't exaggerate it, and then out. Let's give it a go. 1, knee straight, 2, foot turned out, 3, 4. You should feel balanced in between each step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. So bring your foot in. Shoot your other arm and leg out together. Let's give the other side a go. 1, hip opens, knee up. 2, body straight. 3, knee in. 4, controlled down. So it shouldn't be like this. You don't drop it. Even on the way down, you control it. It's very important for balance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Hold it. 2. Toe pointed out. 3, 4. Change again. Let's do it with a bit more power now. So make sure the knee comes up first, straight, and then down. So a bit more power. Slight pause at the end. Let's give it a go. Let's say, make sure you open up your hip 60 to 70%. 1, 2, 3. I'll show you what it looks like from here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Pull back. Left foot to right. Push down. And when you're standing around somewhere, I do this all the time. When I'm waiting anywhere. Doesn't matter if I'm waiting for the green man at the traffic light. Stand like this. Yeah? Sometimes I move my foot around so I can practice keeping my balance. And this will really help. You have to try and do it small, otherwise people look at you. It's a bit funny if you're doing it really big, but I do it all the time. When I'm standing around, I always just go on one leg, move around a bit, lift your knee up, hold it. You should be able to maintain this position in Wing Chun with your knee up. Not that you're going to stand there waiting, but you need to train your balance, and so this is a good way to train it. Just practice your one single-legged balance whenever you can when you're doing things, as long as it's safe. So this brings us on to our final drill of the day, which is our launch step. And we did our step and slide, which we discussed before is the safest and most balanced stepping. We keep maximum connection with the ground as we're moving when we're doing that. So that isn't for when we're striking, or that isn't actually for when we need to move super quick. We used a launch step, which I'm going to show you now. So in our step and slide footwork, we step and slide. So if I wanted to go forward, I'd move the front leg first, and then catch up. In the launch step, this leg, I'm now going to push off. So when I'm going forward, I push off the rear leg. When I'm going backwards, I push off the front leg. So it's a lot quicker. And you can use this if you need to dodge quick, or you need to strike. You can use this one. You wouldn't really use the step and slide footwork when you're striking or when you need to dodge very quick. So this is the launch step. Well, I like to call it the launch step because it's like you're launching from 0 to 60 straight away. So we'll open up our stance. I'll take you through it. Put your left arm and leg forward. I'll kick your left arm and leg. Stick it forward. Shake your feet. It's important to get that right from the get-go. Now when we move forward, we're going to push off that back leg. We do a couple slower ones first. So we go forward, push off the back leg. When we go backwards, we're going to push off the front leg to go back. Back. When we go left, we're going to push off our right leg. So when I go left, I'm going to push off this leg. And when I go right, you're going to push off, go left, sorry. Now we're going to go right, push off the left leg. Right. Let's give it a go together. Forward. Back. Left. Right. Forward. Back. Left. Right. Forward. Back. Left. Right. Forward. Back. Left. Right. Change. So bring your foot back, right arm and leg out together. Forward. Back. Right. Left. Forward. Back. Right. Left. Forward. Back. Right. Left. Forward. Back. Right. Left. Excellent. Pull back. Left foot to right and push down. We're not going to go for speed today because And make sure you're comfortable with it first. And then next time I'll show you a drill to combine the steps together, and you can start adding in speed to your footwork. But let's get the technique right today, and then in the future lessons we'll work on our speed a bit and explosivity in the footwork, which is also very important. So grab a drink, we'll do some exercise. Dun, dun, dun. So we got burpees for Charlotte. And we have, okay, we do some of the stuff we did yesterday. Yeah, we got some lunges, that's what I wanted to add in. So we're gonna go 15 push-ups, 15 leg raises. Try and remember the variations I give you if you can't do them. 15 sumo squats, 15 frog kicks, plank, sit-ups, crunches, lunges, and now burpees. So, let's do it. Let's do it. I think we need a little bit of music for this bit. Put it low. Cool, I've got some Tekken music. Just seeing what's on my iTunes. Push-ups first. Remember, you can do it on something if you need to. I'll bring it a bit lower so you can still hear me. We've got push-ups on something raised if you need to. We've got the negative going straight down if you need to. Alternate, just focusing on the down. Reset. Or, if you're comfortable, go for the push-ups. We've got knuckles or palms. Elbows in, close to your body. Let's give it a go. Nice and controlled pause at the bottom. Let's go 15. 1. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Onto your back. Can you see my hand? 15 leg raises. Legs straight as you can. If it's hard, bend your knees a bit. Hands underneath your glutes, your bottom to support your lower back. Once we start, legs don't touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's go into our sit-ups. If you want, you can lock legs with a partner and you can clap hands at the top. Otherwise, we're going to just do it by yourself. You can put your feet underneath something if you need to. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Crunches. Remember, when you're doing the crunch, you have to squeeze your abdominal muscles. Otherwise it doesn't do anything. So focus on the squeezing at the top when we're doing it. Knees in, close to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're feeling tough, you can lift your knees up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's do a couple more. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If it's burning, good. It's not over. Hands by your side. One of my favourites. Frog kicks. So knees in, all the way out, back in. Can you see from there? Let's go. Hands by your side. Knees in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good work. Come to standing. If I've showed you, you know how. We're going to go sumo squats. Nice and wide. Push your knees out. We're not going to straighten out. We're going to stay low so we don't come to full extension. Hands out in front. To the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. And to finish up, burpees for Charlotte. So make sure you don't drop down and slam onto your wrist, because you can hurt your wrist. Place your hands down, out, in, jump. But don't drop because you can injure your wrist. Controlled, bend your knees when you go down. 15. Let's go. 1. Jump as high as you want. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Oh, things are falling down. Alright, deep breath in through your nose. Lift your hands up, breathe out, push down. Breathe in. Reach for the sky, breathe out. Breathe in. Touch the sky, breathe out, push down. Breathe in. And out. One more time, in. Touch the sky and out. Good work, left. Feet together. Left hand with south, how we pay respects. Make sure it's your left hand. Right hand fist. Hands together, bringing forward. Well done. Good work, team. We'll be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow at 11 for our next session. Building on what we worked on. So, really well done. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. And yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Keep me updated with any feedback. Thank you Darren again for the light. I think it's made a big difference. So yeah, well done team. And don't forget, if you want to look over what we did, just check out the website. It's all there. Happy Mother's Day again to everyone. Good to work out with you all and do some training. Any questions, let me know. Any comments about anything, drop it down in the comment section. Any questions. Don't forget to like the video if you're doing it. And yeah, subscribe so you get updates. But other than that, yeah, well done everyone.